Namaskar, this is Akhilesh Bhargav. Welcome to Tidbits on Business and Finance with me. GST came into India with effect from 1st July 2017. It has rightly been called a one nation, one tax. But before GST came into being, before it was accepted, there were years of protracted and lengthy negotiations and debates between the center and the states. And the prime fear of the states was that because of GST, if their share of taxes went down, then who would compensate them? After all, by virtue of GST, the states were subsuming their collection of local and state taxes into one act, one tax, which was GST. The reasons that the states accepted GST finally was the guarantee by the center that it would compensate the states in case there was any shortfall in the share of taxes of the states because of the implementation of GST. And the center agreed to do so for a transition period of 5 years, which is between 1/7/17 to 36/2022. This calculation of what should be the compensation that should be paid to the states was to be based on a calculation equal to 14% increase in the share of taxes of the states on a year-to-year basis within the transition period. And in case the 14% increase did not take place, then the states were to be compensated. This 14% was to be calculated on the basis of financial year 2015-16, which was taken as the base year. Compensation Act was passed, made a part of the constitution in order to guarantee this to the states. And in order to collect the funds for payment of such compensation, the center levied a cess on GST over and above the GST that was charged on luxury goods and sin goods as they were called. Thus, the center did not really pay this compensation or was not required to pay this compensation from its own pocket. A cess was levied on us taxpayers, a compensation pool was created, and from that, this kind of compensation was to be paid by the center to the states. Reports say that no such compensation was paid by the center to the states in 2018 and 2019. But in financial year 20, the reports are that the center has paid the states compensation to the tune of 1.65 lakh crores. We now come to the current financial year, which is financial year 21. This year is the COVID year. There's a lockdown, there's a close down, there's a disruption of the economy, and GST collections have fallen substantially. Because of this, and taking into account that 14% growth rate, the deficit or the compensation that is likely to be paid by the center to the states has ballooned to 2.35 lakh crores. That's the kind of payment that the center has to make to the states, and the center has not been doing that. Since April to July, the center has not paid any compensation to the states on account of this deficit, and that has become a huge matter of dispute between the center and the states. The finances of the states have already been in a mess. They were already in a mess, and because of not receiving their share of compensation from the center, their financial position has only become even more precarious. A meeting of the GST Council was thus called in order to discuss this issue of non-payment of compensation by the center to the states. Prior to the holding of the meeting, the center had already made its mind clear. It said that as per an opinion received from the Attorney General, the AG, the center is not liable to pay any compensation to the states at present. The center did not share the opinion of the AG with the states, but it was very clear that it was in no mood to pay this compensation. In response to this stand of the center, Sonia Gandhi, in a virtual meeting with the chief ministers of 7 non-BJP ruled states, said that this act of the center of not paying compensation is an act of betrayal. The battle lines were thus very clearly drawn before the GST Council meeting between the BJP and the non-BJP states. And of course, the dice was loaded in favor of the center, in favor of the BJP, because of its brute majority in the GST Council, which of course it used completely yesterday. And because of that, the issue did not get any resolution. In the meeting held yesterday, the finance minister said that an extraordinary situation has arisen in the country because of corona. and she said that this is an act of God. And according to her, the economy she says, may contract this year. She then referred to the opinion of the AG and she said that compensation is not payable by the center to the states. The finance minister further said that the center is only liable to pay those losses which are on account of GST transition and not on account of COVID. She says that's the opinion of the AG and the states must differentiate between the two factors, which is deficit or compensation arising on account of GST transition and on account of COVID. According to her, the AG has further said that this compensation cannot be paid by the center from the Consolidated Fund of India. In other words, it must come only from cess collections, and if cess collections are not there, then the states are not going to be compensated. She told the audience that GST collections have been severely impacted this year, and because of that, the deficit is to the tune of 2.35 lakh crores, which is the compensation claim being claimed by the states. She said that GST collections this year have been very poor between April to July, and of course, this trend continues. She ruled out any payment to be made to the states on account of the center's coffers and reiterated that such payment has to come from cess collections only. She then gave the states two options. She said they have an option to either borrow 2.35 lakh crores or borrow 97,000 crores from the Reserve Bank of India. This 97,000 crores, according to the center, is the loss or the deficit or the compensation on account of GST transition phase. She said you can choose to borrow either 97,000 crores or 2,35,000 crores from the RBI. She said that the center would help the states to borrow such money from the Reserve Bank of India. It would be a borrowing by the states and not by the center. It would be a borrowing for a period of 5 years, after which it can be paid out of the cess collection that will take place. In other words, the center refused to pay compensation and told the states that you go and borrow money on your own and look after your finances. We are not going to pay you. The states, of course, were dismayed. They have taken 7 full working days in order to come back to the center with their response. But all the non-BJP chief ministers, their finance ministers, of course, objected to this stand of the center and to the options being given to them by the center. So what are the larger issues that arise out of yesterday's GST Council meeting, where the center categorically told the states that it is not liable to pay such compensation under GST to the states, and where the finance minister gave only one option to the states: go and mend your finances by borrowing money from the Reserve Bank of India. Borrow on your own account. We are not going to borrow and give you the money. You need to go and borrow. The first issue that arises according to us is that it is a fact that the finances of the center and the states are both precarious, shaky, and in a mess. But there's a difference between the two. Unlike the states, which do not have the mandate to raise money as they may want, it is the center which has the means and the mandate to raise funds as it may want, to whatever extent it chooses to do. It is a center that can keep borrowing money from the Reserve Bank as long as and as much as it wants. It is a center which can choose to direct that currency be printed and money be raised. And it is a center which can choose to accelerate the fiscal deficit and raise money in the process. The states have no such power. Moreover, because of this arrangement, the finances of the state governments are largely controlled by the center itself. And in such a situation, the center cannot now wash its hands away and tell the states, go and fend for yourself, go and borrow on your own. We are not going to even meet our own legal obligation, and we are not concerned about your state of finances. It is like a defaulter borrower telling the lender that I know I have not paid you, I am not going to pay you. You go and borrow money from somewhere else and look after your own finances, but I am not going to pay you. You go and borrow money on your own account. I will not borrow from somewhere else and pay my dues to you. This is an extremely dishonorable situation. An extraordinary situation doesn't mean that the center has a license to start being dishonorable and walk away with its legal responsibility and that too by indulging in what we call legal gymnastics. An opinion has come from the Attorney General, and on that basis, the centre chooses to turn a blind eye and deny its responsibility, which is part of the GST mandate. We think that is not really good for the country's federal structure, and it also sets an extremely dishonorable example by the centre itself. According to us, the right situation would have been for the centre to acknowledge its liability and tell the states, okay, we will go to Reserve Bank of India, borrow and give you the money, or you go to the Reserve Bank, borrow and take the money, and we will stand guarantee for your borrowings. That would have been a far more honorable way to deal with this problem. But then, when you are brute majority and majoritarian is the option you exercise, all these options go to the dogs and the states are left to fend for themselves. This is Akhilesh Bhargav signing off till we meet again. Namaskar.
Now be the first to know about the latest updates on our new news app. Go on your Android or iOS, search for HW News Network. Download our app, choose the language you prefer to get updates in, and be up to date with the latest news.
If you like this video, please share it, and we would love to hear your comments in the comments section down here. Also, please do like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter to get minute-to-minute news updates. For more such shows and videos, well, subscribe to our YouTube channel.